Hello everybody, I'm Brainy Diode and I am back with another episode of Nier Automata, and can I just say, it has been a while since we last saw 2B come out of one of these save units. So before I go any further in the episode, I want to address something real quick. You've probably noticed that the title of this episode is named after ending C. Now, those of you who've played the game will know that I'm definitely not reaching ending C this time. But there are a couple reasons why I decided to do this. The first reason is that I do plan on getting ending C and D in the same video, but I wanted to represent both of those endings in episode titles. So the other reason is that this episode is going to mark a very big change for the story. You'll know what I mean when you see it, and so I thought this would be an appropriate time to use the title of Ending C, and I will be saving the title of Ending D for the episode in which I take care of both Ending C and D. So with that out of the way, and without any further ado, let's go on ahead and talk to the commander.
Commander! 2B? 9S? What are you doing here?
The Yorha units on the ground were infected by a virus. We had to detonate our black boxes in order to stop them.
A virus? What are you talking about? None of our ground units reported anything about a virus.
That's because all communication with the bunker has been severed.
And why did you leave the battlefield anyway? I didn't order a retreat.
We're telling you, Yorha has gone berserk!
No. If anyone is acting infected here, it's you.
Are you nuts?
2B, 9S. You're being detained under suspicion of virus contamination.
Wait a minute!
Bingo!
They're infected?
Commander, we have to go!
Damn! The doors! Did the virus infiltrate the bunker itself?
Bingo again!
Operator, what?
That's not the operator. It's...
The machine life forms. We speak to you through the network and virus.
How is that even possible?
We've had a great deal of fun while watching you squirm. But I'm afraid the end has come for this outpost.
Now, I am going to make a recommendation here that's going to sound very strange the first time you hear it. Try in this part of the game to use not many healing items. And the reason I say that is because it turns out that this little section of the game is a little bit different. If you die here, your progress will not be reset to the last save point. If you die here, what happens is you go back to that save point, yes, but you don't actually lose any progress. And what I mean by that is you keep all the chips you have, you keep all the experience you gained, and any items that you used are still used up. So, if you want to do a little bit of level grinding, this is actually not a terrible place to do it. I'm not going to make too much of an effort to do level grinding here, even though I am a little bit under-leveled, and that's just because there is another level grinding place not too far away now that is much better in my opinion. But if you want to make the next couple hours, less than that, if you want to make the next hour or so of the game a bit easier on yourself, this is a nice place to level up. But once again, I'm not going to be making too serious of an effort to do that. I'm going to try to plug on through, if only to make getting to the next part of the game quicker for you guys. Also, make sure to pick up all of the items that the operators drop here, because most of them are going to be healing items. And if you're like me and dumb and keep forgetting to buy more healing items at the resistance camp, then you're going to want healing items, a lot of them, because I don't remember if we're going to have access to the resistance camp store. That was a terrible sentence. I'm not sure if we're going to have access to the resistance camp's store. That's too many S sounds too close together. I don't remember if we're going to have access to that for a while, to be honest with you. So, if you're in need of healing items like I am, this is a good place to shore up. That's not really the correct term, is it? But it's the one I used, so deal with it. Also, let's see if I can actually remember to use my pod programs. And maybe take my own advice and pick this thing up, please? Thank you. That was actually not a healing item, so it didn't matter as much, but whatever. Items are still items. I'm sure I'll be able to find some use for it. Especially if I do that quest where I need to upgrade all of my weapons. I'm going to need a lot of money for that, so if nothing else, I can sell some items. Ow. Alright, come on. Just the last one of you.
2B, it's open!
Alright, so 9S was not hanging out with us during that fight, and that's because he was working on opening the door. I didn't notice that my first time around, and was just like, where's 9S? He's right here. He didn't leave us to die.
Units reporting.
They're still conscious.
Stay focused, 2B!
Also, another recommendation, focus mainly on light attacks here, because killing Yorha units with heavy attacks is really tough. Remember, I did mention at some point that we would be fighting more Yorha units. Well, here we are. Hey, it's 9S's room. Well, the war should have already ended, if you ask me, but too late for that now. Now, I'll tell you what, I am seriously considering right now ignoring my own advice and using a healing item, just because I don't really feel like going back and playing that battle again. I'll tell you the truth, this is actually my second attempt at recording this episode. The first time, I just kept on dying. Part of that was my own stupidity in a part that's coming up. I went a place that I really shouldn't have gone. Part of that was the game just glitching out on me and doing frustrating things. And I decided that I would rather just take care of it later than restarting that section again. I am going to ignore my own advice and use a healing item here, now that I have some more that I picked up from the Yorha units we fought in the command room. Okay. For some reason, the Yorha units out here drop healing items much less frequently than the ones we fought in command. Not really sure why that is, but that's the case, so we're gonna have to deal with it. Alright. Yeah, I apologize if I don't do too much particularly thrilling commentary this time around. I've had some trouble with this section in the past, as I've already told you, and this really does require a lot more focus than I'm proud to say it does. So, I am going to be mostly focused on not dying rather than focused on talking. Hope you understand. Also, it doesn't help that the structure of the bunker is not exactly conducive to fighting. With the whole, you know, the whole hallway bending upwards, and how it's basically a 2D environment, but you can walk around in it in 3D for some reason.
Commander, the bunker is lost. We have to evacuate.
But tell me, why weren't you two infected?
I don't know.
It's probably because I deferred our data sync. I noticed some weird noise in the bunker's server data, so I paused the upload.
I see.
Why? Operator. Mankind. Man.
The transport terminal is corrupted. We need to get to the hangar and get some flight units.
Oh, this is so much fun. The virus was planted its roots into a beautiful flower.
I mean, I tend to prefer the 3D areas in this game over the 2D areas, but I mean, if they were gonna make an area like this, they should have just committed to making it 2D. That's what I'm saying, and I'm sticking with it.
Damn it.
So, right here, very important, stay away from this elevator. Trust me, if you can avoid going near it at all costs. When I mentioned that the game glitched out for me earlier, what happened was I got stuck in that elevator. For some reason, I went into the elevator without intending to, while these Yorha units were still attacking me. And the Yorha units just kept attacking me. The game wouldn't let me leave the elevator. It wouldn't let me dodge any attacks in the elevator. It wouldn't let me
Commander,
use any attacks from the elevator.
We need to get some flight units from the hangar and get out of here.
And I just had to sit there and wait for them to kill me. Which is how I was reminded that in this part of the game, progress doesn't reset when you die.
Commander, hurry!
I'm staying here. I can't.
Commander!
I too was synced up with the server.
But 9S can hack into your systems and...
There's no time. You two are the last remaining members of Yorha. It's your duty to survive.
But, Commander...
Besides, this is my command. Let me at least fulfill my duty here, to the end.
2B, this place is lost!
Commander! Move it, 2B! That's an order! Commander.
Alert. Multiple pursuers detected.
Hostile?
No. Oh no. This signal, it's
your hut! take over your control.
You need to what?
I'm getting us out of here.
Okay.
Flight controls transferred to Unit 2B.
Flight controls established for Unit 9S. Setting automatic course. Entering escape route from combat zone.
Wait! What are you... No!
Stealth function released.
Your High Unit 2B's stealth function unlocked.
Wait! 2B! 2B!
And here we have game's title sequence one last time.
Alert. Critical damage to flight unit. Proposal. Eject immediately.
Gotta find a way to land this thing.
Alert. Reactor core temperature rising. Alert. FFCS and NFCS systems unresponsive. Analysis. Offensive functionality lost.
God damn it.
Alert. Multiple enemies confirmed.
Alright, you're going to want to be extra careful here, I say shortly after dying, because I believe at this point, if you die, you do lose your progress again. So, try not to die! So I know I said that you would know the big change in this episode when you saw it. I didn't quite think that statement through because I suspect that you suspect that that was it. When, as a matter of fact, that's actually not the change I was referring to. There's something bigger coming up this episode. It's gonna get crazy. That's just how Round C goes. So, get ready. Things are far from over. But I do always like seeing level ups. Always a nice sign. Alright. Got those guys taken out. And I guess the next course of action is to head towards the city to see if we can meet up with
Alert.
9S.
Virus infection detected. Proposal. Administer vaccine immediately.
Alright. Pod does not seem to want to use the pod program this time, so I guess we're just kind of have to run away from these guys. Don't want to do too much fighting here. This point in the game, we've got to move quick.
Alert. Virus contamination rate up to 16%. Malfunction detected in NFCS circuit.
I have to keep it from spreading to other androids. Pod, give me a location that's low on android signals.
Searching. Analysis. The area near the abandoned commercial facility meets the desired parameters. Alert. Your High Unit 2B will sustain serious damage unless the virus is eliminated.
You don't say.
Alright, I'm sorry. I know this is a really serious moment, but I've got to say it. That mission title that just popped up in the lower right hand corner right above the minimap. Is this loss? Well, now that I've gotten that out of the way, don't make the mistake I made and go down into the middle.
Virus contamination rate up to 21%.
Remove the contamination and reset.
Analysis. Virus is transforming and progressing its own algorithm with abnormal speed. Removal will be difficult.
Alright, do not make my mistakes. Do not go into the center of the cave-in. There are Goliath units down there. You will not survive. I promise you, if you go down there, you will die. You will have to go back to the bunker. You will have to fight all the operators and all the Yorha units again. I really don't want to do that. I'm not going into the center. It's just an all-around not great plan. What we're probably going to have to do is go up this route here, get out of the cave-in area, and go around it, because our ability to jump is pretty on and off. Right now it's off. Okay, it's come back on, but I don't know how long that's going to last, so jumping out of here might not be an option. So it's going to be easiest and quickest to just go around. And I really hope that I'm not leading you astray when I say that, because there is a separate ending for letting the virus corruption reach 100% here. You're not supposed to at this point. You are supposed to reach the commercial facility before the corruption rate reaches 100%. There is a separate ending for if you don't, and I'm not trying to go around and collect the endings right now, so I would prefer not to see that ending at the moment. Is there a way through there? I really hope I can go through there and not slow myself down too much. I am being followed.
Virus contamination rate up to 32%. Malfunction detected in visual processing system.
The Council of Humanity has a message for all of us fighting on the surface. Today, I have wonderful news. The Council of Humanity has decided to increase the production of heroes. This will enable us to deal a powerful blow to our human enemies. The light of hope is near, closer than ever to it. We look forward to future glory, and know that you will be the ones to bring it to us. Glory to mankind.
Well, now that the machines have taken over Yorha, it's good to know there's more Yorha units in production. It's really more likely than not that that was just a pre-recorded message that the machines accidentally played while poking around in the bunker systems, so you probably don't have to worry about too many more Yorha units quite yet.
Alert. Virus contamination rate up to 57%. Malfunction detected in FMCS circuit.
But right now, what we really need to be worrying about is getting to the commercial facility. And we are oh so close to being there. We are so close. Once we reach the bridge, we should be just about home free.
Alert. Virus contamination rate 70%. Infiltrating system protected region.
We can't run anymore. Not that we were able to very well a second ago, but now it's completely gone. Can't run, can't jump. All we can do is stumble. Can't even fight.
Alert. Virus contamination rate 90%.
We're almost
Alert.
there.
Unusual heat generation in central nervous system. Internal combustion imminent.
We're almost there.
Abnormality detected in visual sensors. Alert. Deterioration of damage to data backup system. Said damage will make it difficult to retain self-consciousness upon backup.
Bunker's gone. Point back now anyway. My body.
Guess this is it. These are my memories. Take care of everyone for me. Take care of the future, A2.
Where the hell is 2B?
Scanning. Black box signal located.
Put it on the map!
Alert. Large-scale ground tremors detected. Underground soil structure is no longer stable. Cause is likely a high-magnitude earthquake. Proposal. Evacuate immediately.
I'm not going anywhere! To be! Are you?
Nights.
Oh no. 2B. No.